Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Welcome to Middletown High School for tonight's boys basketball matchup between the third-ranked Salesianum Salves with a record of 6-6 and the fourth-ranked Middletown Cavaliers coming in with a record of 6-3. This is our First State Ortho game of the week, brought to you by First State Orthopedics, our official game sponsor. First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physicians at 16 locations, providing both surgical and non-surgical treatments. And they work with a variety of orthopedic conditions. They are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques, serving as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, many local recreation and competitive leagues. Their docs are readily available to all the local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consult and treatment. You can give them a call at 302-731-2888 or visit firststateortho.com. Be sure to mention you saw and heard their ad here on Delaware Live Sports. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Glenn Frazier, along with Jason Winchell, producing and providing color, and on the camera is Mike Lang. And although we had the deep freeze and 2 snow events wiping out most of the games in the state last week, 60 degrees today as we get back on schedule this week. The Salves played twice over the weekend out of state. They split 2 games in a tournament. For Middletown, they got a win Tuesday night over Del Castle after they hadn't played for 8 days. Once again, thanks for joining us. Glenn Frazier with Jason Winchell and Jay Salesianum, coached by Taylor Trevisan. They played arguably the toughest schedule in this state. They're 2-1 in-state with wins over Apple and William Penn, and their only loss in-state to number 1 St. Elizabeth's. You guys did that game. Salesianum plays an in-state schedule from here on out. What can you tell us about the Salves?
Well, yeah, and the other thing, Glenn, 11 with today's game, 11 of the first 13 away from their building,
right?
Which is not an easy task. One of them, they played St. E's at St. E's after playing at Malvern Prep the night before.
Yeah.
And Malvern Prep was 9-0 going into that game, and Salesianum came out with the win, like you said, and then they ran into St. Elizabeth's and lost. But they're a very good team. I think one thing, seeing them a bunch of times, that sometimes they get inconsistent.
Okay.
And I think that's one of the focal points from the coaching staff is they want to try and get them, hey, listen, you're going to get everybody's best shot because you're the defending state champs. So you got to come out and match their intensity. And I think if Sally's has that intensity from the opening tip to the end, they are a very tough team to beat.
On the other side, the Cavaliers, they feed off their defense, allowing just 36 points per game over their last 4 games, and they've only given up 60 points on the season twice, both the teams out of state. Aziz Ali, just like Taylor Trevisan, 2 veteran head coaches in the state. How about those Cavaliers, Jay?
Yeah, they're, like you said, they've been off. They've had 8 days off. It was good to actually get on the floor, I think, for the coach. The other day to see them play against Del Castle in a big Flight A game. But they are and like you said, they hang their hat on that defensive side of the ball. They are they don't give up many points. So to beat them, you have to run a successful offense and not turn the ball over because they will feed off the turnovers.
We'll take a look at our Delaware Live 302 Sports schedule. We have another live stream going on for you upstate. Caravel taking on William Penn at the Colonials Gymnasium. Now, next week on Tuesday night, the Central Crew will be at Dover High. We'll get to see number 2 ranked Dover taking on Smyrna, who broke into your top 10 this week. We're going to go over that in just a second, Jay. And then upstate, they have Howard at Sanford. That's a great matchup next Thursday.
Yeah, it really is. I think people look at Howard's and say they're not the same team. You're right, they're not. But they're 8-2 for a reason, and they're still a fun team to watch. And Sanford, same thing. I think a lot of people, Sanford's losses are to Middletown, and a couple out-of-state teams, so they're playing real well too. So that's going to be an interesting game. And like you said, Dover and Smyrna. I know on one of my courtside notes, I put Smyrna was 3-17 last year. Talk about a turnaround that they're having this year in that competitive Henlopen North this year, where a lot of the teams last year that struggled are up there with Dover. And teams like Polytech that were good last year kind of went the other way. So, but it's a very competitive conference, and so I'll be looking forward to that one on Tuesday, Glenn.
All right, Jay, let's take a look at your top 10 coming into the week. And this was before the games that were played Tuesday night. St. Elizabeth's undefeated at 10-0 at number 1. They take on Newark Charter tonight. Dover got a win over that Polytech team. 9-2 is the Senators' record. They've only lost twice, both times by 1 point and on the road. Dover is primed right now under Coach Stephen Wilson.
Yeah, and he's got Smyrna coming up twice, once home and once away because of a makeup.
Right.
And he also has to come to Salesianum.
Yeah.
Credit to the coach. He scheduled tough road games this year. They went to Sanford. They went to St. Elizabeth. They're going to go to Salesianum. To go along, a lot of teams say, well, how can the Henlopen challenge himself when they have to play 14 conference games? Coach Wilson found a way to do that this year.
He always has those Senators primed and ready to go. We already talked about these two teams that we have here tonight. Salesianum ranked 3rd, Middletown 4th. Coming in at number 5, a team that last year did the same thing. They started off slow, and they hit their stride at the end of the year and went all the way to the Bob in the championship game. That being the William Penn Colonials. They got a win over AI DuPont. They're now 5-3. They're taking on Caravel tonight on a live stream on Delaware Live.
Yeah, and I saw them last week at Salesianum. I saw them against St. Elizabeth. They played some tough teams out of the gate, both on the road. They hung with Salesianum, and I'll tell you what, that transfer they got from Conrad Horsey, he's the real deal, and I think he's starting to get comfortable in that new system there at William Penn.
Coming in at number 6, Jay has Sanford. Their record is 8-3 because they got a win over Wilmington Friends the other night. They take on Tatnall tomorrow. Oh, excuse me, they have Friends tonight, Tatnall tomorrow. They got that They did get the win over Wilmington Friends. I'm sorry, I'll back up, correct myself. I did the Odessa game. We had them ranked number 7.
Yeah.
They lost a close one to St. George's, 48-45. They're 10-1. And then we have 3 Henlopen teams, 2 of them undefeated. Lake at number 8, 10-0. They got a big win over Sussex Academy the other night, 79-14. Smyrna, you mentioned them, 3-17 last year, 9-2 this year under veteran head coach Andrew Mears. And we'll see the Eagles next Tuesday night at Dover High. And then finally, rounding out the top 10, undefeated Seaford at 10-0.
And I believe Seaford and Lake meet next Tuesday as well, or Thursday. Somewhere next week they meet. They were supposed to meet a couple weeks ago or last week and got snowed out. So they got 2 meetings coming up too, with being in the Henlopen South. So, and Glenn, I was in the bunker a couple days ago, and it's interesting. Those Henlopen teams are climbing up the seedings, and tells you how strong those conferences are this year down there in the north and south.
2 teams are warming up here in front of us as head coach Aziz Ali and his Middletown Cavaliers hosting Coach Taylor Trevisan and the Salesianum Sals. Big game coming up here tonight. We're expecting, at least with the sections that they have here, only one side of the gym do they have the bleachers pulled out. Can't really do it too much on this side because of the scores table and the benches. But expecting a big crowd in here tonight. It was loud Tuesday night in Odessa. They had their best crowd of the season.
I watched that game, Glenn. Well, not from start to finish, but when I could. And I'll tell you what an atmosphere down there. What a gym. And it's good to see another school in this area succeeding. But I really like the setup of that game. And I know the committee was talking about last week that they kind of want to go back to neutral site quarterfinals at bigger gyms so they can get the crowd in there. If I'm Odessa, I'm putting in for it the way that gym is size-wise.
Jay, on the lower level, they can seat 1,500 fans. And if they open up the bleachers up top, they can add another 1,000. So they could put 2,500 people in that arena. Now, Nick and I, because we were a 2-man crew, he had to be close to the production equipment as well as do the camera. So we both went up on that second level. But it worked out pretty good. We had a good vantage point, similar to what we do when we go to Smyrna.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, the atmosphere there was unbelievable that night. And the best part, I think, was the national anthem before the game, Glenn. Those kids did an outstanding job.
The elementary students from Old State Elementary, right on that campus there, they have Odessa High, they have Cantwell Bridge Middle, it's Spring Meadow Early Childhood, and then Old State Elementary, all right there. And that's something that they're trying to duplicate across from the Summit Airport. They have the elementary schools already open. They're working on the Early Childhood Center. Just got to pass that next referendum so they can do the middle school and the high school. The athletic director here at Middletown, Colleen Kelly, who is now speaking over the loudspeaker system here, she tells me that it looks like that new high school up there, which would be the fourth in the district, is scheduled to open about 2027, 2028.
Okay.
But again, they have to pass another referendum.
I was going to say, those referendums are never easy sometimes to pass.
All right, we're going to go down to starting five for this game tonight, starting with the Sal's, as those players are being announced now to the crowd here. Averaging 20 points in his last 4 games, guard Kareem Thomas. Number 4, Zachary Swartout, a senior. Isaiah Henson, he's averaging over 11 points the last 4 games. Joined by Justin Hines, a senior guard, averaging over 10 points per game in the last 4. And then the forward, the junior, R.J. Johnson, averaging 13 points in the last 4, and he is one of their best rebounders. For the Middletown Cavaliers, the roster's dominated by the Matthews brothers. Number 1, Avion Matthews, who just committed today to, I believe it was Stony Brook or Stonehill. I'll have to go back and look.
I remember saying that. I just can't remember. I want to say Stony Brook too, but I am not 100%
We'll go ahead and check that out when we get a break. They're going to go to the national anthem right now. We'll give you the rest of the Middletown starters right after this break on Delaware Live. There you had the singing of our national anthem by Middletown High School student Laren Fletcher on the national anthem here in front of a sellout crowd here at Middletown High School for the game tonight.
That was one of the best national anthems I heard sing. That was incredible, Glenn.
Especially solo.
Yes.
The ensemble has to go to the Old State Elementary.
Yeah, absolutely. So back-to-back for
you.
you.
Yeah, right. All right, let's get to the rest of the starting five for the home team Cavaliers. Avion Matthews at forward. He's averaging 9 points, 6 rebounds a game. Clyde the Glide Frazier, 10 points per game, 4 assists per game. Zion Mifflin averaging 12 points per game. Eric Mathang averaging 5 rebounds per game. And the other starters, Jack Murdaugh, a 6'4" wing player for head coach Aziz Ali. All right, ready to go for this one. Opening tip is going to be between Avion Matthews of Middletown and Justin Hines for Salesianum. And we were told before the game on the official roster, Zion Mifflin from Middletown will either wear number 4 or 21. He is officially wearing number 4 tonight. Officials are ready. We're ready to get going here. There's the opening tip controlled by Middletown right into Frazier's hands as he brings it across midcourt. Both coaches, as most in the state, good pump fake inside, follow the shot and the miss. Coming out of the way with the ball, Salesianum running the length of the floor. Has it stolen away, but it's out off of Middletown. That was Henson on the breakaway. Just underway here in this one, Glenn Frazier alongside Jason Winchell. Mike Lang on camera. Left corner three-point shot is up and good by Thomas. First points of the game. Salesian with a 3-0 lead. And
that's what Thomas has been doing well, Glenn. You said he averages 20 points per game. He's been hitting those three-point shots.
Good strong move in the paint. Ball was deflected. Salesian comes away with a turnover all the way down the floor, reversing his motion and using the body perfectly to get the shot down, and that's scored out.
It's one thing I think Coach is happy to see. Defense led to an offense possession there for him. They worked so hard on that offensive end.
Yeah, Avion Matthews is a strong player. He will work his way down into the paint, but he's been denied twice. Little out of control in the baseline, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Middletown's Mifflin. So the Sows with the ball in an early 5-0 advantage. There he's a little bit of midcourt trap. Got it across the timeline, but Middletown doubled the ball, and quickly Thomas called for an early timeout. Stops the clock at the 6:35 mark, but the Sows out to a 5-0 lead. And they like to push the pace. They pushed it down the floor both times to score.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what, like you said, that's what you're looking for out of the gate for Sallies. And early three-pointer, and then the transition basket is big for them.
I think that timeout might work itself to be a positive thing for head coach Ali, too, because the team's got off to a slow start here. It gives him a chance to kind of gather his troops.
Yeah, and like you said, that helps him, and he didn't have to burn one.
No.
So.
All right, out of the 30-second timeout. Salesianum will inbounds across the floor from us, right in front of the stands. These two no strangers to each other. They've played each other for many years. Cavaliers packing it in defensively now. Looks like they're using almost a matchup zone. They're really jumping out on the perimeter because if Salesianum gets hot from beyond the perimeter, look out. There's a deep contested three-point shot. It rimmed out. Nice look by Henson, but he couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, and that's one thing with him. He's been struggling on that outside shot. But in the second half against William Penn, he found it.
Frazier, a little floater in the lane. Oh, and he's favoring his ankle a little bit after he made the bucket. Deep three, and that is good by Hines.
And that's where he has improved his game this year, Glenn. He can hit that three.
Three-point attempt the other way. No good by Middletown. Swartout down the floor. Kick out right corner. Three-point shot is short. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Won by Swartout.
Sally's not afraid to shoot the outside shot, Glenn.
And there's one there. Deep three. Goes off the rim. R.J. Johnson tried to get that rebound. All the way down the other way. Good pump fake. Up and in. And you go to the line to see if he can convert the old-fashioned three-point play. That is number 5, Eric Mathang.
Foul was on.
Looks like it was on number 4, Swartout.
Trying to look underneath that scoreboard there.
Yeah.
I mean, the basket.
Yeah. The frame of the backboard kind of blocks your vision a little. Free throw is up and good. So it is an 8-5 one-possession lead for the Sows.
This pressure kind of giving Sally's a little fits, but they get it out.
But then all the way down and using the rim. Nice layup by Swartout.
Nobody stepped up to take him, Glenn, so he went all the way. And he's got a quick 4 points, and if he can provide scoring for Sally's, that's an additional bonus.
Second 5-point lead in the first quarter. There's a three-point shot, plus he's fouled. So draining the shot and going to the line. Let's see if we pick up the number. That was number 4, Mifflin. And a rare 3+1 opportunity. He can pull the Cavaliers to within a single point if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, Hines a little late getting out on the block out there, and you don't want to foul a three-point shooter.
Both teams perfect from the free throw line early on, and it's a 1-point lead for the Sows at 10-9. We are 4:44 to go in the opening quarter. Over in the left corner, three-point shot is short and missed the rim. Rebound to the Cavaliers.
Now it's the Cavaliers' turn to run, Glenn.
Yeah, but Sally's got back defensively
Yes.
very quick. Avion Matthews into the paint, put up a tough angle shot, and it was blocked by the rim. Nice pass by RJ. And an easy layup and a bucket by Hines.
The big man running the point there, Glenn.
Yeah, he did.
And that was an excellent pass.
Yeah, he drew the double team and got the dime. 3-point Sows lead at 12-9. And there's a traveling violation. And we get our first sub of the game. Salesianum sending in Luke Brown. Getting a breather, Isaiah Henson.
This game's got a great pace to it early, Glenn.
Yeah, both teams you can tell they want to get out and run, but the defenses for the most part are getting back. Midway through the first quarter. Strong move in the paint, but good hands by Middletown's number 11, Murdaugh, as he calls the turnover down the other end. The bucket up and good. And that's number 5 again, Mathang.
Good job taking it to the rim, Glenn.
Cuts that lead back to 1. Good pass underneath again by RJ. And a little step-back jumper is up and good by Luke Brown, who just came in the game.
Yeah, and Luke Brown gives us some height off the bench. Glenn, he's a big guy and a good job inside-out game there by the South.
Oh, a little give and go, but the pass was a little deep. Now in the right corner, three-point shot. Off the rim, no good by Middletown. Here's Brown. At the top of the circle, they'll reset the half-court offense. Closing in on the 3-minute mark. Thomas into the lane, and a reach-in foul is called. It'll be the first team foul against Middletown. Salesianum's committed 2. And wait to see who they post the foul on. I think it was number 5, and I don't see it up on the score, but no, it was number 4 with the foul. So that's Mifflin, his first. Thomas out on top. Gives the ball up to Hines. And now to Brown, and now to RJ. Turnaround move. Trying to get some space. Avion got a hand on the ball, but he must have bodied him up a little bit. And there's a foul. Second team foul committed by Middletown. At this point, neither team in jeopardy of hitting that 5-foul bonus situation with only 2:45 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, it's been a well-played game with not many fouls, like you said.
First free throw's up and good, and again, no one on either team has missed a foul shot yet.
Well, I've seen Sally's a few times. This is the best I've seen them move without the ball, and I think that's been their key to some of the early success on the offensive end.
Well, there's the reverse broadcaster's jinx. The first miss from the line. Pass down the floor, right wing three-point shot, nothing but net for the Cavaliers. Murdahl. And that puts it a 1-point game again. It's 15-14 Sal's. Middletown sagging in the defense. Turnaround jump shot, no good, but a foul committed by Frazier. That's his first. Team's third.
It looked like maybe got him on the elbow as he was going up for that jump shot, but
yeah, it looked like it. We're deep into this first quarter now, 2:25 to go. At the line, first shot up and good. At the free throw line, it is Hines, who already has 6 points in the game with that free throw. 5 Salesianum Sal's have scored so far. Second attempt is up and good. 7 points for Hines, including a 3. Middletown quickly bringing it up the floor. Avion Matthews in the paint, goes up and draws the contact.
Fouls on Johnson, his first, I think team's third.
Should be the 4th. I haven't seen him change it.
Okay.
No, I think you're right. They're going with 3 up there.
I think they got that up pretty fast.
They did. And there's the first free throw miss on Middletown's end. So after the Sal's opened up 2 5-point leads early on, the Cavaliers kind of hanging with them. And there's a miss on the free throw, but Middletown gets the miss rebound.
It's a great job crashing the boards.
Good anticipation on the pass by Hines. He steals it. And a good move down on the floor to try to get the shot up, but then the block, and I think that was Middletown's Murdahl that got the block.
I think one official said Sally's and one said Middletown.
So no foul on the play, Jay?
No, so out of bounds. I believe it's Sally's ball.
Sal's will throw it in. Hines has it. Just inside the free throw line. Draws a double team. Shot up, no good.
Great defense there by the Cavs.
Yep, Murdahl with a rebound. Frazier, hesitation move, goes up with one hand. Went too strong with it. The Salesianum's R.J. Johnson comes down with a board. Leading rebounder on the team. You can see why. He gets great position underneath. Kick out in the left corner. Mid-range jump shot is short. And the ball goes out to Middletown.
And Glenn, he got no break, man. He was in the football state championship playing basketball 4 days later in the Sal's opener against LaSalle
College, high school, yeah.
Yeah, so
Mikey Matthews in the game now for Middletown, and all those Matthews brothers. He's picked up and really bothered defensively by Hines. Down in the left corner, 3-point shot on the way, no good. Battle for the loose rebound, and we've got a foul on the shot. It was a Kendre Matthews going up after he got the rebound.
And Sally's has got I'm sure coach is probably going to tell him that they got to hit that defensive glass because Middletown is crashing those offensive boards in this one.
Foul goes against Luke Brown. That's his first, and the team's 4th. Only a minute 20 to go in the quarter. Next foul puts Middletown at the line, and first free throw is missed by Kendre. 17-14. Sal's has led from the get-go, but Middletown keeping it tight. Second attempt is up by Kendre. That was too strong. He misses them both. So after both teams started out hot from the line, the Cavaliers have now missed their last 4. Sal's with the ball in a 3-point lead. 1:10 to go. Good spin move in the lane.
Nope, not allowed in Delaware.
Yep. Yeah, although it looks like a good spin move to us.
Yeah, it looked very good. but
You're right.
it's a no-no in Delaware for some reason.
We're down to 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. Cavaliers, they've never tied the game, haven't had a lead yet. Avion Matthews tried to get off a shot after a strong move. Now a Kendre with a kick out to his brother. Inside the three-point line, missed the jump shot. Hines with a rebound, runs it up the floor. All the way into the paint, dishes off nicely to R.J. Brown. He'll get the basket and one.
I think they called an offensive foul on the pass.
Oh, okay.
And that's on Hines. That's his second.
Wow, nullify that basket.
I was with you, Glenn. I heard that whistle. I thought it was.
Yeah, right, the and one.
Yeah.
Let's see if Coach gets, he does. He quickly gets Hines out of the game with those two fouls, especially down to 30 seconds in the quarter. Good baseline pass. Hit the cutter, but Middletown couldn't convert.
That's a good job by Brown. I mean, he went up and forced the errant shot.
Yeah, that was Azion Matthews who couldn't convert there. Slally's holding for the final shot of the quarter, down to 7, 6, 5. At the free throw line, kicks it out. Left corner three-point shot too strong, and that will end the first quarter. We expected a tight one between number 3 and number 4, and we're getting it, Jay.
Yeah, we are. I mean, a really well-played first quarter by both teams, and kind of what we expected.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the second quarter action at Salesianum 17, Middletown 14 on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. Glenn Fraser alongside Jason Winchell. We'll have the call here between number 3 and number 4 in the state. Salesianum coming in number 3, and the Cavaliers holding that number 4 ranking. Right now, the third-ranked team on top, 17-14. And, Jay, pretty good ball game so far.
It really has, you know, and kind of what you expect when the 3 and 4 teams going at it this year. I mean, Sally's has played some tough teams. Middletown has played some tough teams, but this is another challenge, you know, that both teams look forward to before state tournament time. Hard to believe it's right around the corner.
Oh, gosh. I know. February's coming up, right?
Yeah.
All right. Both teams back out on the floor. So for Salesianum, it's Thomas, Nelson, Hinson, Luke Brown, and R.J. Johnson. For Middletown, Mikey Matthews, Zion Mifflin, Clyde Frazier, Akendre Matthews, and let's see if we get, I think we called Mifflin. The other player would be number 13, Azion Matthews. So those are the 5 on the floor right now. I'm not sure what the conversation is.
They're talking, I think they're talking about team fouls, Glenn. From last quarter, and I guess they're reset, but
yeah.
But if one person has one more personal foul for a player that the home book doesn't have, I think that's what they're looking at.
Individual fouls,
yes.
Yeah. Okay, they're going to get that sorted out right in front of our vantage point.
It's a good job by the officials. Come over. There's 2 different books. I know they normally go by the home book, but we saw how important that was the other night in the game where it looked like a team got an additional point that it shouldn't have or whatever, but both books didn't agree. And instead of coming over and look at it, they just let it go.
Yeah. It's a good pickup by whoever picked that up. I don't know if it was Coach Trevisan here from Salesianum or not, but you saw him come into the scorer's table and ask the official to come over with him. All right, here we go. Second quarter action, ready to go here. Nice pass inside. Good pass down. Good little 3-man game there. That's Luke down to RJ for the bucket.
You know, Luke's been the big addition this year for Salesianum. I mean, he played last year, but not many minutes. You know, Sally's was a pretty deep team. He's given them some great minutes this year off the bench.
3-point shot up and no good, but I think they're going to call Middletown for over the back on the foul. That's going to go against Azion Matthews. That'll be his first. And a quick team foul against Middletown here in the second quarter. We're only 30 seconds into this second period.
Yeah, you know, like you said, you know, at the end of the half, no one really was, or at the quarter, no one was near that bonus.
And I've seen that most of the games I've done. You rarely get to that fifth foul. Now, it did happen quite a bit the other night at Odessa in that game. Good, strong move into the paint, drawing the contact and going to the line will be Kareem Thomas.
Yeah, that's a good move to the basket. You know, I know he didn't finish it, but he drew the foul, second team foul of the quarter quickly, and we're only 52 seconds in.
And that's going to be the second on Mifflin. Coach has him right in front of him here. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to get him out with those 2 fouls. First free throw was up and good. 20-14 lead now for Salesianum. Thomas with the second attempt coming up. And that one's good. He makes them both. 5 points for Thomas.
I wanted to wait till after the foul shot, but Thomas is an excellent foul shooter. One game over the weekend, he was 13 of 14, Glenn.
Good strong move in the left hand, but couldn't get it to go. And Middletown doing a great job of getting to the rim, but they're not finishing, Jay. Here's a steal, attempt at a dunk, and it's missed. Quickly down the other end, trying to beat the defense. Cavaliers got back, though.
Yeah, you know, great steal. Unfortunately, the dunk just did not go in. Sometimes as a coach, you
There's
might want
another steal. Same player.
Yeah.
Matthews, Euro step. Shot doesn't go. He's fouled and will go to the line.
And that tells you he didn't hang his head, right, Glenn? After the missed dunk, he got back, played defense, got another steal, and this time draws the contact.
And the foul is called against Salesianum's Isaiah Henson. That's his first, team's first in this quarter. And you're right. The mindset is when you come down, you want to make that crowd-pleasing dunk. A lot of times it's better to just get the easy layup. Looked like he was just a little bit too far out when he tried that dunk attempt.
And I think, you know, Robbie's presence in there with that bigger body, you know, kind of made him adjust, take off maybe a little too soon.
Second free throw attempt is up, and that one rattles around and goes in. First point of the game for Akendre Matthews. He's now 1 for 4 from the line. And the Sows lead by 6. Good spin move by RJ. Kick out, left corner. And then Thomas lost his footing.
Yeah, he did, but good composure. You know, he settled down and brought the ball back out so Sally's didn't lose it.
Another steal. Are we going to have a dunk this time? Oh, and he missed the layup, but getting the rebound and the putback in the basket is Jack Murdahl.
And that time he said, I'm not dunking, I'm going to lay it in. Didn't go, but great hustle by Middletown. They got the rebound.
And there's a traveling violation. Cavaliers were down by 6. They've cut it to 4, and they get the ball.
Yeah, really, and it's been their defense, Glenn, with 3 or 4 straight turnovers.
Yeah. Coach Ali told me, he said, that's the strength of this team. We have to lean on our defense to create the offense for us. We've played 2 minutes here in this second quarter as 2 officials gather and discuss things.
I'm trying to listen to them, but I can't pick it up. They're a little too far away from me.
All right, Cavalier basketball. Frazier across midcourt with it. Picked up by Swartout, and now a switch. Murdahl. Baseline, jump shot, tough angle, and he made it.
I've been really impressed with him.
7 points for Murdahl, and it's a 2-point game. 5.5 to go here, first half. Forgot to mention James Lauer now in the game for the Sows. 3-point shot, a deep one. That's good by Thomas.
think he shot that from Amaquin in high school.
His second made three of the game. Give him 8 points. And Salesianum back up by 5. Frazier, spin move in the paint. Floater is short. R.J. Johnson with a rebound. Sal's with a ball up 5. Good pass to R.J. Kick out. Left wing. And then a traveling violation.
Double trouble.
We're under the 5-minute mark. Middletown has never led. Sally's has led from the get-go.
The intensity here in this gym is big time here.
Oh, yeah. Sellout crowd. Middletown swings it around the perimeter, looking for an open shot or a cutter. A lot of contact and an offensive foul called on the Cavaliers, Christian Baines. That's his first. And the team's third, but keep an eye on that. 2 more fouls will put Salesianum in that bonus situation. And now the referee is warning,
bench warning, yeah.
Middletown coach Aziz Ali for getting out on the floor a little bit too much. We're closing in on the midway point of the second quarter. And now Middletown again with that half-court pressure. They get it across. Good bounce pass underneath, but again, anticipating that pass was Middletown. Good hands by Avion Matthews.
Yeah, really nicely done by him. That looked like it was a good play setup for Salesianum.
Yeah, it looked like RJ was going to be the recipient of a good pass. Kick it out high, right wing. Is that another travel?
Thought he got him with the nickel dimer, Glenn.
Well,
a little hand check. And if that is, it's 14 fouls.
Yes, it is.
So Salesianum will be shooting free throws.
And that's the second consecutive foul against Baines.
And it was a little nickel and dimer, a little hand check.
And it was called from across the court. All right, Sally's with the ball. 24-19, Salesianum lead. 4:10 to go in the half. Pass underneath for RJ. It's deflected right into the hands of Thomas. Another cross-court pass. They swing it around. Middletown's defense has been reacting very quickly, and they do again. They anticipate the passing lane.
Yeah, that is great defense. And then they get the foul on Hinson. But, again, anticipate Sally's with those cross-court passes. And Middletown played great defense on it.
Couple of subs coming in. R.J. Johnson, I think, getting his first breather of the first half. And also coming out will be Hinson. And back out on the floor, Luke Brown, and who came in with him? I think it was number 3, Nelson. Nice move, left-hander up and off the window. And get the kiss there. It was Frazier. 4 points for him. Now we got a travel. That's a third travel in this quarter against Salesianum.
Yeah, it really has. They catch the ball, and before they dribble, they're taking that first step.
And Middletown with a chance to tie or cut it to 1. 3:30 to go in the half. Strong move inside, but tough angle shot, defended well by Luke Brown.
And that's not a smart foul when you're already in the bonus. That reach-in foul on the rebound there.
Yeah,
Glenn, you had the big guy in front of you.
I was blocked out.
Yeah.
So that was on Avion.
Yeah.
And that's his second.
I believe it's his second, but it's the team 5th.
Right.
So Sally's walking the length of the floor.
Yeah, very good free throw shooting team. So for the final 3:26 of this quarter and this half, Salesianum in that bonus.
It's another rule I never understand is why you have to wait for the second free throw.
Oh, to sub in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas, 5 for 5 from the line, all in this quarter. Give him 8 points in the game. Hines has 7. Those two lead the way. 7 points for Murdahl to lead Middletown. Second attempt up and good. He's perfect.
Like you said, Glenn, when you get that bonus, and especially a good team like Sally's from the foul line, yeah, it helps Salesianum.
Strong move by Frazier in the paint. Left-hander floater up and in.
I like that. I love the floater, Glenn. A great move, great shot.
One possession game again, and going up for the shot was Thomas, but the shot was knocked out of bounds. Did they call a foul too?
They did.
So Thomas goes to the line. My correction, he is 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. He has 10 points in the game. And the foul went against Mikey Matthews. That's his first. First free throw's perfect.
He's making these free throws end Glenn. Nothing
Yeah.
but nylon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has a nice stroke from the line. Smooth. Uses the legs. He can increase Salesianum's lead back to 5. That's been the largest lead of the game. Ooh, got the rim. Got the rim bounce. 12 points for him, 9 in this quarter. 5-point lead. Frazier, top of the circle, step back. It's a 2, I believe. Doesn't go. Middletown with the second chance opportunity. They missed that one, but they get it again. Good pass in the paint. Mid-range jumper, no good. Put back and a foul. And going to the line will be Murdaugh, who's leading the team in this half.
Yeah, and that's not going to make Coach Trevor happy. I mean, that it just got out hustled on the board.
I think they had 3 offensive rebounds in that series there.
Yep.
Foul is called on Brown. That is his second. Nobody in real foul trouble. There are several players, both teams, with 2 fouls. That's team foul number 3 of this quarter. Murdaugh misses the first attempt.
That's been the one difference I've seen here in this half is Sally's has kind of been better at the foul line than Middletown.
Second attempt is good. 4 points to Salesianum lead with the ball, 2:40 to go in the half. Brown swings it around to RJ in the high post. Thomas gives a good head fake, left hand all the way down, couldn't get the roll, and Middletown clears for the rebound. Deep, right wing, 3-point shot, rims out, and the loose ball goes to Salesianum. Coming up with it was Pat McGuinn, but the ball stripped from behind. Wide open on the baseline, double pump and missing everything on the shot. Middletown can't finish.
No, they can't, and they've got some good looks. He walked.
That's I'm telling you, that's like 4 or 5 traveling violations, has kept Middletown in the game.
And it's all on the same thing.
So the Cavaliers with the ball, they trail 28-24. We're at the 2-minute mark in this first half. Glenn Frazier, Jason Winchell on camera tonight is Mike Lang. Good pass inside, a little screen and go, and that one works and goes down by Eric Methang. First points of the quarter for him. 7 for the game. Salesianum's lead down to 2. They've responded every time. Will they again? Mid-range jumper, RJ Brown, no good.
And if you're Middletown, you'll have him take that shot.
And they cleared out. Nobody but a white jersey there for the rebound. Frazier, strong move through the paint. Good hands. It'll be Middletown ball, but good hands on the ball by Swartout.
Yeah, and that's what he does. He plays outstanding defense, and he did it right there without committing the foul.
Frazier will throw it in. A lot of contact there and a foul, and going to the line will be a Kendre Matthews for the Cavaliers. He's only 1 for 4 from the line.
What a great cut. You know, he cuts to the basket, draws the contact.
Foul goes against Swartout. That's his second. 4 Salesianum players with 2 fouls and 3 for Middletown. First free throw goes.
Middletown finally gets the bounce.
Yeah. They're home rims.
Yep.
And that cuts it back to a point. This could be the first tie of the game. And it is. We're tied at 28 with 1:18 to go in the half.
Sally's played this whole second quarter with Hines on the bench with the 2 fouls.
Yeah. Turn around shot, jump shot by R.J. Johnson, missed everything. Good pass in the paint, turn around mid-range jumper, that's good. First lead from Middletown.
Yeah, it couldn't have come at a better time. Again, very nice offensive play.
Number 5, Nathang is the leading scorer for the Cavaliers. 40 seconds to go. And we've got an offensive foul, and that'll go against Thomas. And that is, I believe, his first.
I was about to say, the way that 2 fouls by everybody,
and that's 5 team fouls against the Sal's.
But because it was an offensive foul, they will not shoot the free throw.
Yep, player control. Middletown with the ball. They finally have a lead of 30-28. 30 seconds to go in the half. Frazier, wide open, left to the top of the circle for a 3. That will not go for Matthews. And that was a Kendre. Salesianum quickly pushing the pace, and now we've got another travel. Coach Trebizon is appealing to the referees.
He's not going to win that.
Yeah.
They've been calling that all game long, whether he's thinking it's a travel or not.
That's at least 6.
Yeah.
In this quarter. Coach Ali with a timeout to set up the final play of the half with 10 seconds to go. We've got a thriller here, as we expected, Jay.
And now Sally's got a bench warning.
Okay, well, you know.
So now both teams have got a bench warning in this game. And
all right, well, be careful we don't step on the court.
Yeah. they're I think it's a little quick, you know. I think it's you know, I think both coaches walked down the sidelines to get it.
Luke Brown tried to check in with me instead of the scorers table, so I hate to see anybody get cheated out, you know, something like that.
And you know, it's very easy because you're keeping a book too.
Right,
so
right.
They come over, they see a book. I remember I kept scores for my dad was coaching CYM for my younger brothers.
Thomas trying to play some defense, standing on the bench. Using the left hand, tough angle, the putback is missed. Salesianum with the ball, 2-1. Desperation shot off the side of the rim. An excellent first half as far as excitement goes.
It is.
Salesianum led from the opening tip till the last 45 seconds of the half. Middletown will take the 30-28 lead into the locker room, Jay.
Yeah, you know, Middletown took advantage of some turnovers from great defense and were able to get the lead at the half. But a well-played half by both teams. You know, at the end of the half, Sally's had 4 starters on the bench with foul trouble. And Hines did not play that whole second quarter. So if you're Taylor, maybe you could say, hey, listen, we're down 2. That's, you know, Justin, you got to find a way to stay on the floor here in the second half for us.
And the other thing he's definitely got to appeal to his team is make sure you put the ball on the floor.
Yeah.
Before you before you take a step. I counted, I think, 7 traveling violations against the Sal's in that second quarter alone.
Yep.
They got to clean that up.
Absolutely, and it's all in the same thing. I think they're catching and moving before they take that first dribble. I know Taylor doesn't think it's a walk, but the refs are calling it, so you got to adjust to it.
Yep. Just like an umpire in the strike zone, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Not everyone's the same.
One baseball player to another. I'm assuming you played baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody played baseball.
All right.
We're at the half. Middletown, the home team, with a 2-point lead, 30-28. We'll be back after these messages on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the Raw Bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Soto Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Soto Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Soto Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel. Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel!
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating.
We're back here courtside at Middletown High School, where the halftime score is Middletown 30, Salesianum 28. Leading scorer for Middletown in the first half was number 5, Eric Mathenga. I was pronouncing his last name wrong. I apologize. He scored 9 points in the first half, 8 points for Jack Murdaugh. To lead the way for the Cavaliers, Clyde Frazier chips in with 6, Zion Mifflin with 4, and a Kendra Matthews with 3. For Salesianum, leading the way, Kareem Thomas with 12 points and 2 3-pointers made. With 4 points was Zach Swartout. Luke Brown had 2, 7 for Justin Hines, and 3 for R.J. Johnson. That's the scoring in the first half, Jay. And as both teams have returned to the floor, they're getting ready for third quarter action here. And what do you think the keys will be here for both teams in the second half?
Salesianum take better care of the basketball for sure, Glenn. Not only with the traveling, but they also some bad, I wouldn't say bad passes, but Middletown intercepted some passes and really set up some, set up some of their offense. And for Middletown, continue getting their shots. I mean, they didn't shoot well in that first half.
Yeah.
But somehow they got the lead, at the end because of their defense and their way they're crashing those offensive boards.
I want to remind you, this is our First Aid Orthopedics game of the week. First Aid Ortho has 46 physicians, and they have 22 physicians at 16 locations, which provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, and are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. They serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local rec and competitive leagues. Their docs are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consult and for treatment. You can call them at 302-731-2888 or visit firstaidortho.com. Be sure to tell them and mention that you saw and heard this ad right here on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. Here we go. Third quarter action, Middletown in the home whites, moving from our left to our right. They with the basketball. Double team on the ball, and there's a telegraph pass and a steal by Thomas. He doesn't have the numbers. Finger roll, no good. Gets his own putback, and he is fouled on the way up. Foul will go on Frazier. That'll be his second. And quickly, Middletown with a team foul in this third quarter.
And we saw that come into play in that second quarter, especially for Middletown early. They picked up all those fouls, and Thomas found himself at the foul line a bunch in that second quarter.
He is perfect from the line. Now 7 out of 7. Game high, 13 points for him.
That's one way you can add up your point total, Glenn. Be good for the foul line, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's 8 of his 14. Nope. 7 of his 13.
Right.
Have been from the
Yeah,
line.
he's only made 2 baskets. Everything else from the line. Left corner, 3-point shot. That's no good by Murdaugh. Oh, a lot of contact and no call. Murdaugh with the ball. He doesn't have the numbers. He's got to pull it out. Hesitation move by Zion. Mifflin used the left hand again. They can't finish. That time they finally get a second chance bucket by number 1, Avion Matthews.
They couldn't finish, but they kept on getting the offensive rebound, Glenn. They're doing a great job on that offensive glass.
Largest lead for Middletown now, 3 points. At the free throw line. Ooh, it looked like he got hit in the mouth. No call there. And Middletown comes up with a steal and a turnover. Yeah, there's a good feed down there. On the dime was number 5, Mathanga. And the recipient of the bucket, I think, was Mifflin, or was it number 1? I didn't see.
I thought it was 1.
Avion Matthews, it is. Give him 4 points quickly in this quarter. Middletown now up by 5, and a quick timeout by Salesianum.
Yeah, and what did I say in that, take better care of the basketball and hitting the defensive glass? And they didn't do either in their first 3 possessions here in the second half, and that's why the quick timeout by Taylor. I think he's saying, listen, we got to clean this up.
Well, if you remember, Jay, he called an early timeout in the first half, but they had to because Thomas was double-teamed across court, and he was bottled up. He had to call a timeout there, but they took 2 quick ones.
Yeah. One in the first half and now one here in the second half.
So Middletown led by 2 at half. We're a minute into this third quarter. They're now up by 5. Salesianum with the ball. Thomas has it. Baseline pass to RJ. Spin move, turn around. Didn't have the angle to take the shot. And coming away with the rebounds, Avion Matthews.
I'll tell you what, he might only have 4 points, but he's doing a lot on the defensive end.
Crazy wild shot put up by Avion Matthews. He was off balance, trying to draw a foul, couldn't. But the ball's out to the Cavaliers.
I was just sad. I think it went off the Thomas and out of bounds, so.
Okay.
Middletown will keep possession here.
Frazier to throw it in. Good pass on the inbounds, and it went from Matthews right back to Frazier, and he wasn't ready for the pass. Now Salesianum quick it down the floor, but Middletown packs it in. Hines, deep three-point shot. I mean, that is way downtown, and his third make of the game for Thomas.
And 2 of them have been from Appaquiddick School.
Oh, my gosh. That's like NBA range.
Yeah.
Cuts Middletown's lead to 2, 34-32. We've played 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Frazier gets it to Mifflin. Mifflin into the lane, had to double pump, and he got the friendly rim bounce.
It's a good job. You think you're going to get contact in there, and he went in and he finished.
Almost thinking about another deep 3 was Kareem Thomas. He didn't get it. He missed the follow-up, but then Johnson with the rebound, the putback, and he's fouled. So RJ will go to the line. He's 1 out of 2. Team foul number 2 against Middletown, and is that the third?
It is the third on Matthews.
That's Avion Matthews. And we got about 3 of them that are on, actually 4 on the roster. 3 have played tonight. As RJ makes the first free throw. Now has 4 points tonight. And he got the friendly bounce. Give him 5. It's a 2-point game. 36-34, Middletown up by 2. Right corner, Mifflin, 3-point shot, got the line drive to go. And Middletown matches their biggest lead at 5. Loose ball. Hustling down the floor. They're still battling for it. Middletown comes away with it. Matthews with a right hand. He can't finish. Now Salesianum in the other direction. Good hands that deflected the pass. But they got it right back. Thomas, he gathers the ball, and now they'll set up the half court.
Ball seems like a hot potato here.
We've got a whistle underneath.
Might be a double. Let's see if it's a double foul. Nope, just on the Middletown. It's underneath. There's both RJ and Middletown player. I couldn't see. It was battle in there.
Okay, so Myrtle, I think, got the one foul.
So it was on Murdo. He's first.
Right.
The team stirred already.
Johnson, mid-range jumper, missed everything. Middletown with a rebound. It's Frazier. They have the ball in a 5-point lead. Mid-range jumper down the other end. That's missed. Salesianum with a rebound. RJ, point guard again. Trying to create something inside. He can, and now we've got a whistle and a timeout by Salesianum.
I think he saw that Hinson was in trouble, and he calls his timeout. Now Sally's is down to 2 timeouts the rest of this game. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you're right. This is a full timeout. We're going to keep it right here. And this game so far has lived up to its billing. First half, almost all Salesianum. Until late in the second quarter, Middletown makes a run. They get a lot of turnovers on traveling violations. They cut into the lead, and they take a 2-point lead into the locker room. Now, coming out starting the third quarter, it's pretty much been Middletown dictating play, as they've had 2 5-point leads, which they currently enjoy, up 39-34.
Yeah, it really is. And scored from the other game, Glenn, is William Penn leading Caravel by 8, 54-46.
All right, Caravel hanging tough.
With under 6 minutes to go, so.
Wow, they've only got 6 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, they said
that a 5:15
start normally at Penn, if I remember correctly, because that was what I was worried about when we had 2 games. I was like, I can make the one in Middletown because I'm here at UD till 4:30.
Now I got to tell you, folks, I'm hoping it's not as bad when we leave the venue here tonight.
Man.
But the fog was horrible coming up here, and in your case, coming down here.
Yeah, it was.
We had all that snow, so the snow melted because of the rain and the warm temperatures.
Yep.
That evaporated into the atmosphere.
Yep.
Plus, you just had that warm air that created the fog. All right, here we go. Going to throw it in right in front of us. We're approaching the midway point of the third quarter. Little weave around the top of the perimeter by the Sows.
Seeing more teams run that this year.
They run that, and they keep their peripheral vision looking for a cutter on the baseline. Looking for screens and switches down there. Middletown right now playing pretty good D. Under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Pass underneath. Kick out, left wing. Thomas thought about a 3, and now I think he's traveled with the ball. And what are they going to call? Oh, they're going to call a foul. Middletown on a reach-in. 4's going to go against Christian Baines. That'll be his 3rd.
Team's 4th already, Glenn.
Yeah.
So.
That'll be key for Salesianum if they get Middletown into that bonus again. Inbounds pass goes to Henson. Back out on top to Sword out. Now taking a deep corner 3-point shot. Thomas, he missed everything. A lot of contact, no call. Good hands by both teams tonight. Mifflin step back 3. It was short. He hit the deck, got his own miss. Put back almost went in.
Tell you what, there's been a lot of contact here in this quarter.
They're letting him play.
Yeah, I like it.
No scoring in almost the last minute plus. As it's still 39-34 Middletown, 3:20 to go in the third. Hanson across midcourt, picked up by Frazier. They deny the screen. Thomas, bounce pass underneath Luke Brown, trying to back down his defender. Now top of the circle, 3-point shot. That's money by Henson.
Sally's needs to try and get him going. Slow first half for him.
2-point lead for Middletown. They have the ball under 3 to go in the quarter. Now they double team the ball, but I think Swartout's going to be called for a body check. Yep, it is Swartout.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not bad.
That should be his third. Can't see the scoreboard for that backboard frame, but yeah, that's his third. Only the team's first. Frazier tries to break down Swart out, uses the right hand, misses everything. Long rebound out to Middletown. Good defense right now by Henson. Now Middletown slows it down, resets the half court. Swart out guards the ball. Mifflin got a screen down underneath. Good defense again. Henson kicked the ball out. We're under 2.5 to go in the third quarter now. Middletown with a 39-37 lead, but the Cavaliers have not scored in the last almost 2 minutes. Mifflin picks up the dribble, almost threw it away. Deep three-point shot on the way. That rims out. Luke Brown with a rebound. Henson over into the left corner to RJ. Now they'll move RJ to the other side of the court. Got Hines over there. He's picked up by Mifflin. Henson trying to break down this man. Spins, turnaround in the lane. Won't go. Rebound for the Cavaliers. Under 150 to go in the quarter. Over on the left wing. Three-point shot. Back shot. Did he call glass?
I don't know, but the bank is open late here on a Thursday night.
That goes down for Azion Matthews. Gives them Middletown a 5-point lead. Down the other end. 1.5 to go. Mifflin with the ball. And a bucket the other way. I didn't see who got it.
13. Matthews. Is it Matthews?
Yeah, so he scored the last 5 points. And there's a blocking foul on the Cavaliers. That'll be Mifflin.
And that'll be foul shots.
And that'll be his third. So 3 Middletown players with 3 personal fouls. And now Mifflin will get a breather.
I don't know who. Is Thomas going back to the line?
1:14 to go in this third, and Middletown now with the largest lead of the game at 7.
Yeah, Matthews was able to get to the basket last time, and no Sally's came up, and I think that's what Coach Treverson's saying here on this foul shot. He called everybody over except for Thomas.
And he just missed
his second in a row.
Yeah.
After making his first 6 or 7.
Yeah. Yeah, he made his first 7.
Yeah.
Second attempt, nothing but Cavaliers on the foul line for the rebound, and he missed them both. That's rare.
That is rare.
All right, Middletown with the ball with 70 seconds to go in the quarter. They have a 7-point lead.
And they don't have to be in any hurry here, Glenn.
No, they don't have to, but they usually don't wait too long in the possession. Matter of fact, left wing three-point shot, too strong. They get the long rebound. Put back, up, contact, and a foul. And going to the line will be Azion Matthews, who's having himself a really good stretch here in the late third quarter.
Cavaliers are getting second and third and fourth opportunities, Glenn. They're hitting that offensive glass. And Sally's going to need to start boxing out, putting the body on the Cavs.
Luke Brown just picked up his third personal foul. Getting ready to check in for Coach Trevisan is Pat McGuinn. As the first free throw is missed, Brown will get a rest with those 3 personals. 56 seconds to go, third quarter. Middletown led by 2 at the half. Now they're up by 7. I'm sorry, at the line is Mikey Matthews, and he missed them both.
Well, each team exchanged 2 missed free throws. A rarity in this game.
Yeah. RJ comes out, high post. McGuinn just checked in. He's got the ball. Now back to Henson. Henson takes a mid-range jumper and cans it.
Kind of reminds me of that semifinal game against Middletown last year.
Battle for a pass right down in front of the scores table. They're going to give the ball to Salesianum.
I think.
All right. Salesianum down 5 with the ball. Under 27 seconds to go in this third quarter. Henson trying to break down Matthews. Gwynn right back to Henson. Thought about the three. Now he'll take it. Too strong, and it hits the cable, support cable, and that's out of bounds to Middletown with just 12.3 to go in the quarter. Coach Ali will now sub in some offense. He'll get Frazier back in the game. And he'll come in for Mikey Matthews. Also, Zion Mifflin back on the floor. Also, Avion Matthews. Eric Mathanga is on the floor as well. So Middletown pretty much with the starters back out there, including Murdaugh. 10 seconds. Cross-court pass. 6, 5, 4. Matthews breaks it down, left-hander, and it goes with 1 second to go in the quarter, and that's the way it comes to a close with the largest lead of the game at 7 points. 46-39 in favor of Middletown. Jay and I will be back for the fourth quarter right after this on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. Frazier and Jason Winchell back here. Lead for the fourth quarter here between number 3 and number 4 on camera is Jason Winchell, and I think I also saw Ben Fulton around here with still photography for us. Jay, how about this stat? Salesianum outscored Middletown 17 to, I think it was 17-11 in the first quarter. Since then, Middletown has outscored the Sows, and they did in that quarter 16-11. And they outscored them 19-11 in the second quarter.
Yeah, you're right. You know, since that first quarter, Middletown has really picked it up on that offensive end and playing some solid defense.
Good baseline, strong move by RJ. He drew contact. He'll go to the line. Quick team foul. Just 18 seconds in against Middletown. And looking up on the board, I'm thinking that is Eric Mathanga, so that's his first personal foul. At the line, RJ too strong with a free throw. RJ ready for his second opportunity here. It's on the way, and that one's too strong. Hit the top of the backboard, but doing a great job was Hines to get the loose ball. Step back three-point shot by Thomas. Got it! Thomas with his fourth tray of the game.
He's got a good stroke. He's hit a couple long ones, too.
Contact in the lane. Foul is going to go against Hines. That'll be his third. And going to the free throw line for the Cavaliers, Avion Matthews, who is 0 for 2 from the line. He scored 6 points in that third quarter. Did not score in the first half. First free throw's no good. He's now 0 for 3 from the line.
You can hear Coach Treverson say, who's got shooter?
Right.
Middletown has hit that offensive glass.
Second one is good. Cavaliers now up 47-42, 5-point advantage. We're early in the second half. Three-point shot by RJ. No good. Battle for the rebound, I believe, won by Middletown. They're going to get the ball to Salesianum. We got blocked out a little bit here by the bench coaches. Henson. Cross-court pass attempt, almost stolen. Now they get it down the left corner. Good baseline move, and then we've got a foul before the pass. Frazier, I think, on the reach-in foul.
Yeah, I thought it was on the pass, so it'll be possession. But second team foul.
And the third on Frazier. Inbounds pass is stolen. And we've got a bump foul on Matthews coming down the floor. Foul is going to go against Henson. That'll be his third. And going to the line. No, it won't be going to the line.
Possession.
Yep. So now both teams with 2 team fouls here in this fourth quarter. We've played a minute into this final period. And we haven't had really too many ties. Step back 3-point shot grazed the net. Out of bounds to the Sals.
No, we haven't. For the beginning half of the game, Sally's had the lead. Middletown took over late in that second quarter and hasn't relinquished it yet.
Yeah, and Middletown forced that one tie at 28 all, and that was it. Down in the left corner, 3-point shot on the way, hit the top of the backboard, no good.
Maybe they were looking for that backboard that we saw Middletown get hit in that third quarter.
Frazier walks it across midcourt. Picked up by Swartout. Now he passes it to Matthews, right back to Frazier. Frazier calls out the half-court play. Back to Matthews, Avion trying to break down RJ, uses the left hand. He gets too strong with that. Comes off the glass and barely hit the rim. And that's been the main problem for Middletown tonight, is finishing at the rim. In the corner, 3-point shot on the way, that's no good. And Mifflin comes out of there with it, has his pocket picked from behind. But the save by Murdaugh. And now all the way down with the left hand, Mifflin finishes.
It's a good finish.
And a good shot down at the other end.
Hines went up strong there, got the contact, and was able to finish.
His first points of the second half. Remember, he had foul trouble in the first half, sat out quite a bit. That time, Frazier lost the footing and he lost the ball. Sally's down by 5. Now good hands by Murdaugh. He creates the turnover, and he gets the ball to Frazier. We're closing in on 5 minutes to go. Middletown has led throughout the third quarter, or the second half. Mid-range jumper, no good. Salesianum basketball, and now we have a Middletown player slightly limping coming over to the bench. That's Mathanga, who had a big first half. He scored 9 in the first half,
Yeah,
nothing
really
here in the second.
Yep.
Murdaugh checks out. Coming in for him is Mikey Matthews for Coach Ali. Low-scoring game here. Mentioned Middletown has only allowed 60 points twice this year, and that was both to out-of-state competition. Now, Salesian, pretty good defensive squad themselves, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, I think the refs called both teams over to the bench. I think there's some wet spots on the court, so they want to clean it up.
Yep, some moisture. We're going to take care of that. So the stoppage comes just over 5 minutes to go in the game. And so far tonight, the crowd here has been very well behaved.
It really has, and it's been an entertaining game, to say the least. Back and forth.
It has.
Shots haven't been falling, but both teams are playing hard, aggressive, and we have seen some deep three-pointers and some great team play.
Especially from Thomas. He has 19 game-high points. He has made 4 three-pointers tonight, and most of them long distance.
Yeah, what he has not scored is a conventional bucket.
Yeah, right.
4 threes and 7 free throws.
Exactly. All right. They've cleaned up the moisture on the floor down where Salesianum's trying to score. And the Sal's will inbounds.
Yeah, that's where we had that loose ball last time where bodies were on the floor.
Exactly. Good pickup, Jay. Schwartz out. Picks up the dribble. Gets it over to Henson. Oh, they tried the alley-oop, and the ball hit the rim. They were trying to find Hines underneath.
Hines made the great cut, but like you said, unfortunately, the pass hit the rim.
Yeah. All right, Frazier across midcourt. They denied the ball. Oh, and there's a backcourt violation against the Cavaliers. Errant pass, miscommunication between the two players.
Middletown really hasn't had as many turnovers, whereas Salesianum, on the other hand, especially in that second quarter.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Sally's has cleaned it up a little bit, too.
They swing it down in the corner. Back on top to the hot hand. Now back to RJ. He'll try a left corner three-point shot off the window. No good. Middletown with the rebound. Now I think we're going to get a tie-up. And there's a couple of things that could have been called there. One, Salesianum could have been called on a foul on the floor.
Absolutely.
And Middletown could have been called for a traveling violation.
So it evened out. And then tie ball. Middletown's possession.
Right.
But if you're Salesianum, you get the next one.
Right.
So.
Midway through the final quarter. Strap in, folks. 4:10 to go. Seat trays up. Seatbelt on. Middletown has led almost the entire, well, they have led the entire second half. Salesianum leading almost the entire first half. Good cutter. Nice pass and a bucket by Frazier. Down the other end. Euro step. Swart out. And we've got contact and a Swart out's going to go to the line. Frazier called for the foul. That'll be his, is that his fourth? Yeah, that's his fourth.
Yeah.
So with 3:50 left, point guard has 4 fouls. And that was not a shooting foul.
I heard the ref say next time they got to be at the table, Glenn. The coach yelled sub when he realized he had 4 fouls.
Yeah. 3 team fouls committed by Middletown, 2 by Sally's. Deep three-point shot on the way, that time missing everything. And we haven't seen that too often tonight out of Kareem Thomas. He's been money. So Middletown keeps possession and a 7-point advantage. This has been the largest lead of the game.
Now let's see if Sally starts bringing some pressure here.
Well, they created a turnover last time on a backcourt violation. Frazier guarded closely by Schwartz. Down in the left corner to Murdaugh. And now they're going to use the weave around the perimeter. Now Mifflin kicks it down into the corner. Matthews, strong baseline move, telegraphs the pass. And Kareem Thomas all the way down, and he flushes. 21 points for Thomas.
Yeah, he read that pass perfectly, Glenn. Like a defensive back, intercepted it, and went home and slammed it.
Middletown's lead down to 5. Schwartz, good defense on top against Frazier. And Murdaugh almost lost the handle. We're under 3 minutes to go. And now Coach Aziz Ali, Middletown, wisely calls a timeout to settle the troops and talk about this Salesianum pressure.
Yeah, and they're picking them up right as they cross half court. And, you know, like I said, a great job by Thomas last time intercepting the pass. But that time, Coach gets timeout, sets something up here at full timeout. I have Middletown with 3 timeouts left and Sally's with 2.
That's exactly correct. So far scoring in this fourth quarter, 7 points for Salesianum, 5 for the Cavaliers. It's been a low-scoring second half. Middletown led 30-28 at halftime. They led 46-39 at the end of 3, outscoring the South 16-11 in that third quarter. The key for Salesianum is Thomas is keeping them in the game with his long-range capabilities.
Yeah, I really have, you know, and he's been good. And you know what? We finally saw his first made 2-point field goal of the game.
That's right.
On the intercepted pass.
And the dunk.
So, see if that gives Salesianum some momentum here because Middletown's had it most of the second half.
All right, timeout over.
Still plenty of time here left in this one.
2:54 to go in this one. On our game, First State Ortho Game of the Week. Our thanks to First State Orthopedic for sponsoring our Game of the Week tonight. Here from a packed gym at Middletown High School. Oh, a lot of contact as they double the ball. Matthews had nowhere to go, and we got a blocking foul called on Salesianum. That's going to go on Schwartout.
I think that's the right call.
And that's his fourth. And the team's third. So both teams have committed 3 fouls here in this fourth quarter. So now Schwartout and Frazier both on the floor with 4 fouls. And they were guarding each other. Frazier's picked up by Henson. Middletown trying to eat clock, and now we've got a 5-second call and a turnover.
Taylor came running down the sideline, 5, and the refs called it.
Coach Trevisan now gets Luke Brown back in the game. He'll come in for Schwartout, who has those 4 personals. Coach Ali makes a couple of subs. Coming in for him is Kendre Matthews.
Yep. And Frazier goes out, I believe, with the 4 fouls. So they both got their kind of offensive defense substitutions.
RJ, high post. Matthews, kick out over on the right side to Brown. Mid-range jump shot on the way. That's short. Middletown gets the rebound. They double the ball. Cross-court pass almost stolen. Mifflin's going to go coast to coast. He draws contact. He'll go to the line for 2. Mifflin had 4 points in the first half. He already has 7 here in the second. And he can add to that total.
Yep, and fouls on Hinton, his 4th. And like you said, Glenn, more importantly, the team's 4th.
Correct. First free throw is up, and he gets the friendly home rim bounce. 6-point lead for Middletown with 2:14 left. Mifflin's second attempt's on the way, and that one no good. He makes 1 out of 2. We're down to 2 minutes to go in this one. Henson, and we've got a whistle on the far side. We've got a grab.
And now
Number 3, it's going to go against Mikey Matthews. That's only his second.
Team's 4th, so both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here, Glenn.
Okay, yep, good pickup. As we're down to 2:04 to go in a game that Middletown has led the entire second half after Salesianum dominated the first half. Into the paint, tough angle shot up. No good, as it rolled across the rim. Thomas with a good opportunity there, missed the tough shot. Backcourt pressure being put on. Middletown breaks it. I know Ali wants the team to hold the ball and run the clock with the lead, but they got to watch the 5-second count, and that time he dribbled off his foot. Salesianum with a 2-on-1 and a slam dunk on the alley-oop. And a timeout.
For Sally's. I was thinking the same thing you were, Glenn, for a second there with that quick whistle, but it was for a timeout.
Henson was the beneficiary of the alley, and he made the oop.
Yeah, it was, again, off the turnover. I thought they were going to let it be a backcourt.
Yeah.
Henson went, to his credit, picked up the ball, and it led a 2-on-1 break with Hines, and he threw it up, and, Sally's back to within 4. And it seems like when they picked up that defense at half court, Glenn, it's giving Middletown a little fits here.
And another thing, of course, Middletown's trying to milk clock.
Yes.
And they've stopped trying to get the half-court offense going down in the paint. So maybe Coach Ali will switch things up a little. They still have a 2-possession lead, but we're getting late in this one.
Yeah.
The referees gather while the two teams are in their huddles.
I think the referees have done a great job here tonight, Glenn.
Yeah, for the most part, they've let them play a little bit.
They're letting them play, and when they needed to tighten up a little bit here in the fourth quarter, they have. And like you said, it's been a really entertaining game, well played, and we haven't had any, we got a good crowd here.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And they've been great all night.
Great atmosphere. A little different perspective for me after Tuesday night when I was up. Nick Halliday and I were up on the second level in the Odessa gym. Now I'm down courtside. I feel like right in the action now.
Right, yeah.
All right, here we go. 1:36 to go. Middletown basketball. Can they break the pressure? Frazier walks it up. Swartout picks him up. They both have 4 personal fouls. Now they'll double the ball. Needs help. He's got to call a timeout.
Smart play by him to call the timeout when he got into that trouble.
And it looks like Middletown has 2 timeouts left now.
Yes, they have 2, and Sally should have 1.
Yeah, that's the scoreboard shows Salesianum's 1, and now they just update Middletown to 2 left. We're getting down to crunch time. Middletown coming in at 6-3.
Yeah. You know, and one thing that we said, Sally's is 6-6. They played 3 more games than Middletown. With these makeup dates, Sally's is playing a lot early. Middletown's going to be playing a lot late.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one thing. I did the other day, Glenn. I did the breakdown of the top 3.
Uh-huh.
St. Elizabeth's was 10-0 at the time. They played 8 of the first 10 at the St. E Center.
Right.
Dover was 6-4 at the time. 6 road games, 4 home games. And Sally's was 2 home games, and this is their 11th road game.
Wow. Middletown is undefeated against in-state competition. Salesianum 2-1. They're lost to St. E's. They tried to force a pass. Salesianum with a steal.
And by the way, St. Elizabeth is here to end the season.
Mid-range jump shot on the way. No good. Rebound. Middletown, 2 players fighting for the ball. Cavaliers come away with it. 1:09 to go. Murdaugh all the way in. Uses his body perfectly to get the bucket. 6-point lead, a minute to go. And now we've got a whistle as players hit the deck. Big basket by Murdaugh because that broke a long drought from Middletown.
Yeah, it really was, and it was a great job.
Murdaugh had a great first half. He scored 8 points in the first. That's his first points in the second half. Give him double digits with 10. At the line, Kareem Thomas trying to break a 3-miss streak, and he does. So it's back to a 5-point lead for the Cavaliers. We're under a minute to go.
The thing about that foul, it gives Sally's a chance to score with the clock stopped, Glenn.
Yeah. Second one on the way, and that one's good. So he's broke his little streak there of 3 free throw misses in a row. Good defense. Mifflin back to Frazier. Frazier guarded by Swartout. Bounce pass over to Matthews. 50 seconds to go. Matthews trying to split the double team and draws a foul. 54-50. We've got a thriller here. It's been tight throughout. Both teams now with 5 team fouls. So going to the free throw line for the Cavaliers, Avion Matthews.
Hinson just fouled out, Glenn.
You're right, that is his 5th. So this has been an adventure for Middletown, though. Avion Matthews not had a whole lot of luck at the line. He's only 1 out of 4. Free throws now all big with just under 51 seconds to go in this. All right. Matthews at the line. First attempt up, no good. It's short. Middletown already has a 2-possession lead.
You hear Coach Trev, Middletown has nobody in there, but he said, make sure you box out the shooter.
Second attempt is good, so he makes 1 out of 2 there. Back to a 5-point lead, 55-50, 45 seconds to go. Thomas all the way into the paint. And I think they called a reach-in foul on a Kendre Matthews. I believe that's only his first, if they called it on him. No, they called it on Avion. That's his fourth. So, at the line, I can't see a thing. First free throw was good.
We couldn't see Glenn.
No, yeah,
I'm
Thomas.
trying to look into the computer, but the desk was coming back on us.
Yeah. Matthews made the first one. And the foul was called on Avion Matthews, so he has 4. Second free throw is waved off. We've got a lane violation. So that won't count. And it would have been a one-possession lead with that make. So he gets 1 out of 2. Pressure in the backcourt. Murdahl. Cross-court pass, and it's stolen by Swartout. 35 seconds to go. Contested three-point shot is blocked, but they're going to call a foul. And that will send Thomas to the line for 3. And Avion Matthews has fouled out.
What? That was, a long pass down. Zach gets the steal. Then Thomas goes to shoot a 3. He's made a lot of threes, but they foul him, and now he has a chance to go to the line with the clock stopped here.
Yeah.
And make this a one-point game. He knocks down all 3.
He certainly can make it a one-possession game.
And Middletown's doing a smart thing here. During the foul out, they have some time to get the stub in. Let Thomas think about it for a little bit.
Yeah. Although he has made 2 in a row after 3 straight misses.
Made 9 in the game. I'd take that.
Yeah. Also has a dunk, 4 3-pointers. First shot up, no good.
Even his misses, seem like they've gone in and then just back out.
Looked like some of my putting.
Yeah.
All the way around the hole and out. Second one up. And he gets the bounce. So now it's a one-possession lead for Middletown. Thomas can cut it to 2. Shot on the way. Good. He makes 2 out of 3. Cavaliers have trouble with this pressure. They got to call timeout. They can't get it in. They have 1 timeout left. Both teams with 1 timeout left.
Yep.
Wow, what a game.
But you're right, Glenn. That pressure for Salesianum has forced a couple timeouts here and a couple turnovers.
Yeah, Coach Ali now going to the whiteboard, and he's going to try to help his team out to try to break this press.
What a game we have here.
Yep.
We kind of expected that. Number 3 versus number 4. I know St. E's has got a couple wins over Dover and Sally's. But, I think this is another one in those years, Glenn, where it's maybe 9, 10 teams that all have a chance. And we've seen some good stories this year. You have the Odessa program. You have Smyrna bouncing back. You have MOT Charter off to a hot start. St. Mark's is kind of back with their 10-11 wins now. So, it's one of those years where I think boys basketball, the parity is up. And that's a good thing. And we've also seen it a little bit on the girls' side this year. I know Ursuline and Caravel are right now above everyone else. But the 3 through about 15 are all pretty much even, and it makes it fun for those teams.
All right, Jay, coming out of the timeout, 33 seconds to go. Middletown will inbounds with a 2-point advantage. But other than the bucket a little while ago by Murdahl, they haven't been able to score in the last few minutes. They haven't been able to successfully break Salesianum's pressure. Let's see how they come out of the timeout. They get the ball off a screen to Mifflin. Frazier has it right up the middle, and there's a reach-in foul. So what Coach wants to do now for Salesianum, Trevisan, he wants to go ahead and foul because Middletown hasn't been too good at the line. The foul is on Hines. That's his 4th. So now 1 more, and he's out.
Yeah, but the fouls are piling up for both teams here.
Yeah. Frazier at the line. First trip to the line in the game for Clyde Frazier. And these are all huge. Both teams. Salesianum students behind us trying to make some noise on the bleachers. First attempt is up and good. That extends the lead out to 3, but more importantly is this next free throw, Jay.
Yeah, it really is. It makes it a 2-possession game. And if you're in Middletown, if he does miss, you got to be careful you don't get called for over the back because you're in the penalty.
Right. Frazier takes a deep breath. Puts the ball on the floor once. And that one rims out. So it stays a 1-possession game. Quickly down the floor, all the way down and up off the glass and good. And now a quick timeout, and the final timeout taken by Coach Trevisan.
I was going to say, Glenn, they didn't need a 3. You get that quick 2, you still have 20 seconds left to try and get a steal, and if not, foul again.
And that was Hines on the bucket, wasn't it? Because I got blocked out again.
Yes, it was Justin Hines. He went straight down.
Yeah.
I think Middletown thought he was going to shoot a 3, and he just continued to go and laid it up.
So Hines cuts it to 1 point at 56-55. And once again, it's going to be key for Middletown. Get the ball in cleanly, and then I'm sure Coach Trevisan's going to want a quick foul. Take him down to the line.
Yes.
I like my chances coming back here to take the lead.
Right. Exactly right. And now reset on the timeouts, Glenn. Sally's has none left.
Right.
And Middletown has 1.
Right. So if they get into trouble or trapped on the inbounds play, they've got that. Yeah.
They got a timeout. And I think that's what Coach was telling them. Hey, listen, we have 1 timeout.
Yeah.
If we need to, let's use it.
20.6 to go in the game. Middletown up by a point. They'll throw it in, cross the floor from us.
Kind of reminds me of the semifinal game last year between these two, Glenn. Back and
forth,
back and forth, and back and forth.
Yep. All right, Frazier will throw it in. Last time they got a screen for Mifflin. This time they get it in quickly, and we've got a quick foul. They got the pass in to Eric Mathanga, but we've got a foul, and that'll put Frazier back on the line.
Yeah, Thomas had picked up the foul, his second.
And now wholesale changes again. As Luke Brown, RJ, and also coming into the game, number 24, Brady McBride. At the free throw line, Clyde Frazier, where he just made 1 out of 2. He can extend the lead out to 3, but he missed the first one. Now this one becomes huge because any kind of basket by Salesianum and they get the lead back, maybe even for the win.
Yeah, remember though, they do not have timeouts.
Right.
They can't set up anything right now.
Frazier, deep breath. Big free throw. Does not. He misses them both. Ball out of bounds to Middletown with 16 seconds to go. Good job by, I couldn't see who it was, blocked out by one of the officials, as somebody kept that miss alive.
Yeah, and I couldn't see it either, Glenn.
Can't get the ball in. They've got to call their final timeout. So Middletown takes their final timeout with just over 16 seconds to go and a 1-point lead.
Yeah, and if you're Middletown, if you're Sally's, you don't get that steal, you foul quickly the way Middletown's been shooting free throws here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's been tough. Avion Matthews, 2 out of 4. Of course, he's fouled out now. Clyde Frazier, only 1 out of 4. Mikey Matthews, 0 for 2. Mifflin, 1 out of 2. And that's the free throw situation for Middletown in this second half. Conversely, for Salesianum, you've got Thomas, who in the second half was 4 for 6, and then he went 2 for 3 down here, so he's 6 out of 9. And then R.J. Johnson is 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
So really, apparently, you want the ball in Thomas's hands coming down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're Middletown, you want to deny him the rock.
Yeah, you want someone else to have the ball, absolutely.
All right, coming out of the timeout. Cavaliers to throw it in.
No timeouts left for either team, Glenn. So
Yep. Possession error in favor of Salesianum. Coach Trevisan right in front of us, barking out signals. They get it in cleanly to the corner and then quickly fouled. So Eric Mathanga will go to the line. He is 1 for 1, and that was way back in the first quarter. And who was the foul on, Jay?
I believe on Zachary Sarwart, and if that's his 5th.
Okay, so he's fouled out. So 2 Salesianum players, 1 Middletown player have fouled out of the game tonight. And only 1 second went off the clock before that foul.
You heard Trevor go, how many seconds did I get? 20 seconds.
But we can't stress enough about how important these free throws are. So now Mathanga at the line. He's only been at the line once. He finished an and 1 back in the first quarter.
Yep.
So it's been a long time since he's been at the line.
Yep.
And he has big ones here. If you're a Middletown fan, he's got to make one. Referee trying to tell Salesianum, guys, you can get your subs in now because you had a foul out. Here's Mathanga. First shot, high arcing shot, back of the rim, no good.
Again, the best they can do is a 2-point lead. And if he misses it, Sally's has a chance to win it.
With anything, yeah. Mathanga was too strong with that one. Need to take a little bit off. Second attempt on the way. That one's good. 2-point Middletown lead. They trap in the far corner. Thomas lost the ball. Oh, he almost went out of bounds and he saved it. What a great job. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nope.
Thomas for the win. No good. What a game. And the crowd goes nuts.
What a finish here. Again.
Great ball game, 57-55. Middletown holds on for the win, and they played great defense on Thomas at the end.
Yeah, it really was. It was great defense. And like you said, Thomas almost lost the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, he made a great save.
And he makes a great save. They get the ball in the corner to Luke Brown, and he went back to Thomas. By the time Thomas got it, he was not able to get a good look at the basket, but he was able to get a good shot.
Try to get the attention of Coach Ali, see if we can get him on for a post game. I didn't get a chance to ask him in warm-ups if he'd come over and talk to us, but he'll be coming back through the line. And, yeah, got his attention now. All right, Coach, can you hear me okay?
Yes, can you
All
hear
right,
me?
got you too. How's your heart?
It's bumping.
It better be pumping.
It's bumping.
It's bumping. Oh, man. Tell me about the last maybe 3 minutes in the game. You guys are trying to run clock with a 2-possession lead, and you had a little trouble with their defensive pressure.
Yeah, I thought we got a little timid there. Under 2 minutes, I thought they pushed us out to half court, and we didn't have that same aggressive mentality we had to start the game. I thought, it's kind of tight, the game. We was playing not to make a mistake instead of playing to win the basketball game.
All right, I'm going to take you through the final sequence now. You get the miss on the free throw. Great defense on Thomas. Obviously, Thomas is going to be the guy with a rock because if he draws any kind of contact, he's money at the line. Talk about that.
No, our plan was we didn't want him to get the basketball. We was denying, and he got it anyway. Then we said, we don't want to foul on the threes, and we definitely don't want to put him on the line. I think I looked like the last 5 games, he was averaging about 10 free throws a game, and he was like 90%. So we just wanted to make him contest it over a hand and then finish the possession with a rebound.
How close was that out-of-bounds play there with Thomas? He made a great play to keep it in, but I know you were right there.
I thought it was out, but then I thought we had 10 seconds. Then I was just like, let's just play defense. Let's just not foul. But I'm proud of our guys. just a testament to them. This was the first week we had played 2 games in a week. So we're getting on a roll. The guys, they keep coming in. They keep building. Every day we just talk about, we use the word forging. And I think we're forging together as a team. We got a lot of new guys, but this was great for them.
Coach, talk about a tale of 2 halves. Salesianum jumps out to the early 5-point lead. They hold that lead all the way to the end of the half when you grab it, and then you keep the lead the entire second half. So what did you change up, if anything, in the locker room?
I thought we just talked about, we knew they was going to come out with some fire and some punch. They had a couple guys who was in foul trouble early. And one of our keys tonight was just to take their punch and then keep playing at a high level. And I thought we did. We took both of their punches. We withstanded it, and then we just continued to play at a high level.
You talked to me. You said one of the keys to your team is your defense. You need your defense to create your offense. We counted, I think you forced 7 traveling violations against them in that second quarter alone. So talk about your defensive play.
I mean, that's what we hang our hat on. Everything we talk about is no matter if we're making shots, missing shots, we know we can defend and rebound. If we just take pride in the defense, on the defensive end, everything else will go our way. And we just try to hang our hat on that. We talk about next play, and we have a term that we use, get out the bucket. You know, somebody get mad because they missed a shot or turn it over. We just say get out the bucket, next play, and just keep going.
Coach, congratulations on a hard-fought win, a close one here tonight on your home floor.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, Coach. Aziz Ali, the victorious Middletown Cavaliers. So number 4 with a mild upset over number 3, but not much of an upset at all, was it, Jay?
No, it wasn't. It was, like we said, I thought 2 evenly matched teams going in to this game, and it proved it. Just look at their last couple meetings. You know, you had that semifinal game last year at the Bob where Hinson hits the shot at the buzzer to send Sally's to their eventual championship game where they won. And here tonight, Middletown holds on for that 2-point victory. But Sally's had a look there at the end to possibly win it with Thomas's 3, but it was off the mark, and Middletown gets the huge home win here.
So Salesianum falls here 57-55. Thomas gets 26 of the team's 55 points. Game high. Has to be the player of the game, even though his team lost.
Yeah, I mean, he was really outstanding, and you heard the coach say it. We know he's been averaging about 10 free throw attempts a game, and so he gets, and that's how he gets his points.
Yeah.
He also can shoot the 3, and we saw that dunk. But, he got the ball at the end, and Middletown did a good job and forced him into that deep look.
All right, so he's our player of the game. Middletown got balanced scoring. Before he fouled out, Avion Matthews with 8 points. Zion Mifflin led the way with 12, and Jack Murdaugh had 10 points for the Middletown Cavaliers. Our game of the week has been brought to you by First State Orthopedics. First State Ortho, with 22 physicians in 16 locations, promoting both surgical and non-surgical treatment and a variety of orthopedic conditions. They're specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques, serving as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Their doctors are readily available to all the local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consult and treatment. You can call them at 302-731-2888 or visit them online at firststateortho.com. Be sure to mention you saw their ad and heard it right here on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. Great one here tonight. We will be back here in a few weeks as we're going to have Odessa at Middletown. But next week on the schedule, we got a couple of big ones. On Tuesday night, the Central Crew will be at Dover High. We'll have Smyrna at Dover. As Jay talked about, Smyrna much improved over last year. They've already won 3 times as many games as they did all last season. And then the other game is Howard and Sanford with the Upstate Crew next Thursday. Then we'll turn around. We'll have the Cavaliers at Appo. So we've got some good ones for you next week.
Yeah, we really do. And that Appo Middletown game is a rescheduled game.
That's right.
From last Friday. Was it a couple Fridays ago when we had that
the high wind and the rain?
Yeah. So that Flight A is interesting. You got a very good William Penn team, Appo, Middletown, Odessa, and that's just to name a few right up there. And so every Flight A game is going to be important this year. All
right, thanks to both coaches, Taylor Trevisan and Aziz Ali. and also to Athletic Director Colleen Kelly here and her staff at Middletown. For our broadcast crew, we had Ben Fulton around here taking still photography. On the video camera was Mike Lang. Producing and my color analyst, good job tonight by Jason Winchell. I'm Glenn Frazier. Final score, once again, a thriller here. Middletown 57, Salesianum 55. Thanks for watching the live stream, provided by Delaware Live and powered by 302 Sports. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Same to you.